If you're thinking of switching to Elementor's new editor v4, don't do this before watching this video. This isn't just another review, we're diving deep into the real differences between the previous editor v3 and the new editor v4, so you can avoid surprises and decide whether the switch is actually worth it or not. Quick tip, it's still in beta, so don't use it on your live website, instead try it on a staging website. Now let's jump in. First up, classes, the style shortcut Elementor users have wanted for years. In v3, styling an element meant redoing it for every new one or copying pasting each time. And if you ever wanted to change something, you would update each one manually. Not efficient at all. In v4, it's simple. Create a class like button, style it once, then apply it to any widget with one click. If you edit the class later, every element using it updates instantly. Plus, v4 gives you a class manager where you can see all the classes applied to a widget, reorder them if a style clash, and edit or remove them. No CSS needed. In v3, widgets has 3 tabs: content, style, and advanced. And every widget style tab look different. It's confusing, right? In v4, it's streamlined. Atomic widgets have just 2 tabs, general and style. And the style tab is same across all widgets. That means less clicking around and more consistent designs. In v3, pages are heavier because widgets had bulky code and multiple nested layers, sections, columns, and intersections. In v4, everything's cleaner. Widgets are now atomic, built with a single, lightweight HTML wrapper, and layouts use just Flexbox containers and div blocks. Less clutter, fast loading. So to prove it, I built 2 identical pages, one with v3 widgets and one with v4 atomic elements. Let's run a speed test using PageSpeed Insights and see the difference. As you can see, v4 is clearly faster. Responsive design has improved. In v3, you could style your widgets for mobile or tablet, but only if the setting had that little responsive icon next to it. So, only the settings with the icons were responsive. If a setting didn't have it, any changes you made would apply to all devices. But in v4, that's no longer a limitation. In v4, the responsive icon is no longer needed. Just switch to mobile or tablet view, and any style you apply will automatically be saved for that specific device. In v3, changing units was a bit annoying. You have to open the drop-down, find the units like EM or REM, and if you needed a custom one, click the pencil icon and then type in it. But in v4, it's much quicker. You just type a unit like R for REM or even something custom like CM and it works instantly. No drop-downs, no extra click. In v3, you could only use one background, either a solid color, image, or a gradient, and only one shadow. But in v4, you can mix and match, like adding a gradient on top of an image and even stacking multiple shadows for a layered look. In v3, you are not provided with whole states. You are provided with either hover or focus effects, and you had to style them one by one. But in v4, you can set hover, focus, or active effects inside a class, and they apply to every widget using that class across your whole site. So, a quick recap, these changes aren't just new features, they're about building faster, more consistent, and easier to manage websites with classes for reusable styles, faster, cleaner widgets, consistent UI, and way better performance. So, is v4 better? Yes, it's faster, cleaner, and more efficient. But I would still wait to use it on my live website, test it on a staging site, and keep an eye on new updates. My next video is about some issues found in Editor v4 and their solutions, so make sure to check it out. If you like this video, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such videos. Thank you for watching.